Numberless times, life has proven a single rule. Those who scatter thorns in your path eventually walk barefoot through their own field of pain. Every act sent out carries its shadow, and when the balance tips, even the loudest critics taste silence. The universe doesn't miss a step. It collects every intention, every word whispered against you, and folds it into the architecture of your victory. This is cosmic balance in motion, the invisible mathematics of consequence. They tried to bury you under rumors, envy, and doubt, but didn't realize you were soil. Pressure only made you root deeper. Some called you lucky, others called you manipulative. The truth is simpler. You became the mirror that showed them everything they refused to fix within themselves. And that reflection haunts them more than your success ever could. Every time they tried to slow you down, the current of life pushed you further ahead. They thought they were closing your doors, but the universe was opening corridors they couldn't see. Remember this: the same energy they used to harm you now fuels your evolution. Their jealousy became your acceleration. Their betrayal became your breakthrough. And to every chosen one listening, keep rising, because the higher you climb, the clearer their regret becomes. You are the proof that no force, no rumor, no scheme can distort what's meant to expand. The balance has shifted. The story is turning in your favor. Like this video, subscribe, and step boldly into the next chapter of your rise. You're about to tap into a realization that flips the script completely. The reason people can't stop talking about you, thinking about you, or secretly competing with you, it's not luck, it's energy. The kind that can't be copied, only felt. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why your presence lingers in rooms long after you've left, why hearts race when you walk in, and why your silence speaks louder than their words. But before we go deeper into this truth, do 3 things right now. Hit that like button, subscribe so more chosen ones awaken to this message, and drop 99 in the comments to lock in your frequency with this energy. Every action you take sends a pulse into the universe that amplifies what's meant for you. Stay till the end, because by the time this video ends, you'll never see your power or their obsession the same way again. Let's get started. Number 1. Stop underestimating the power of your energy before it consumes you. You never planned to stand out. You were just living your life, being kind, being genuine, being you. When you smiled at that coworker, you thought it was basic courtesy. When you listened to that friend pour out their pain, you thought it was simple empathy. When you showed up to that event, you weren't trying to steal the room, you were just existing. But what you didn't realize was that your presence doesn't just enter a space, it recalibrates it. Conversations shift, energy tightens. People's walls start to crumble without them even knowing why. You don't perform, it's just that your very existence wakes people up from the numbness they've learned to live with. See, there's a reason why some people suddenly act different around you, why friends cross lines, why co-workers blur boundaries, why strangers lock eyes with you a second too long. It's not because you're doing something wrong, it's because your energy hits them like a mirror they can't look away from. You remind them of everything they buried, the emotions they suppressed, the versions of themselves they thought were gone. And when that reflection feels too raw, too exposing, they panic, they project, they call you things you're not. They say you're too much, when in reality, you're the first real thing they've encountered in a long time. And because of that, you started to shrink. You told yourself, maybe if I talk less, maybe if I dress simpler, maybe if I stop being so open, the chaos will stop. But it never does. Because the problem isn't your light, it's how unprepared people are to stand in it. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to disrupt illusions. You were designed to make people question their comfort zones, even if they resent you for it at first. Your energy doesn't ask permission. it simply reveals truth. But here's the twist no one talks about. The very people who tried to dim, you can't stop orbiting your memory. The same ones who made you feel too intense are the ones now replaying your conversations in their heads, wishing they had appreciated what they didn't understand. You became their unfinished story, their what if, their constant comparison. And that's the cost of being a catalyst. Your presence isn't always gentle, but it's always transformative. Don't apologize for being unforgettable. Don't apologize for being the disruption that wakes people up. When you walk into a room, reality rearranges itself. When you speak, things click for people in ways they can't explain. You're not just a person, you're a reset button in human form. So stop hiding your shine for people who haven't learned how to handle sunlight. Let them squint. Let them talk. Because deep down, they know the truth. You're not intimidating, they're unprepared. And every attempt to dull your spark only proves how bright you really are. Number 2. Learn to control the frequency that draws people before it drains you. You've felt it before, the strange pull in the air when people gravitate toward you without even knowing why. It's not charm, it's not coincidence, it's the frequency you emit. You vibrate on a wavelength that awakens curiosity, desire, and obsession all at once. People feel safer around you and yet unsettled at the same time. They crave your energy like oxygen because deep down they've never experienced authenticity that raw. But here's the truth, chosen one, if you don't learn to control the current, it will consume you. Your presence is powerful enough to lift people out of darkness, but it's also powerful enough to leave you empty if you let everyone feed from it. Not every connection deserves access to your wavelength. Some come only to take, not to exchange. They love the warmth you give off, but offer nothing to keep your fire alive. And the more you pour without boundaries, the heavier your spirit feels. The smiles start to drain you, the small talk starts to sting, and the very people who claim to adore you begin to feel like weights on your shoulders. Control doesn't mean coldness, it means awareness. You need to know when your light is healing others and when it's being harvested. Protect your energy like you would your heartbeat, because that's what it is, the pulse of your purpose. The same vibration that draws admirers also attracts imitators, opportunists, and emotional leeches. They'll mimic your tone, your style, your confidence, hoping to capture what only you were built to hold. Remember this, the ocean doesn't apologize for its tides. It moves with rhythm, not permission. You're allowed to do the same. Choose where your current flows. The ones meant to rise with you will never need to steal your energy. They'll match it. Number 3. Protect your divine seal or watch chaos. Enter every connection. There's a reason why some connections in your life felt magnetic at first, but turned chaotic faster than you could understand. It's because not everyone was built to handle your frequency. You carry an energetic seal, a kind of natural firewall that keeps your peace intact. It's not mystical. It's simply the way the universe preserves balance. When you let just anyone in, when you ignore your gut and lower your boundaries, that seal starts to crack and chaos slips through. Suddenly you're drained, confused, questioning yourself, wondering why the vibe shifted from calm to storm overnight. That's not coincidence. That's what happens when your energy gets touched by unaligned hands. Some people are drawn to you because of love. Others are drawn because your energy makes them feel alive again. But here's the truth. Not everyone who's attracted to your light intends to protect it. Some just want to stand close enough to borrow your glow, even if it burns them. They come with compliments that sound genuine but carry hidden hunger. They mirror your kindness, your warmth, your confidence, until they realize they can't sustain it on their own. Then they turn restless, jealous, even cruel. That's your sign to pull back, to protect the seal. Protecting your energy isn't arrogance, it's intelligence. It's the awareness that your peace is priceless and not everyone deserves access to it. The moment you stop trying to prove your goodness to people who thrive in chaos, everything changes. Your clarity sharpens, your circle tightens, and every storm that once distracted you becomes background noise. You were never meant to heal people who feed off your energy. You were meant to inspire them from a distance. Guard your frequency, chosen one. That's how you keep your power pure. Number 4. Accept the collapse of certain bonds as the universe's protection, not punishment. There comes a point when what you thought was falling apart is actually falling into place. When someone walks away, when doors slam shut, when messages stop coming, it's not rejection, it's redirection. Chosen ones, you've got to understand this. Every bond that collapses under the weight of truth was never built to carry your next level. The universe doesn't destroy connections to hurt you. It removes what can't survive in your new frequency. You weren't abandoned, you were upgraded. Think back to those moments when someone's absence felt like a wound. You replayed their silence, questioned your worth, tried to fix what was never yours to fix. But behind the scenes, life was staging a rescue. That relationship that crumbled, it was draining your power. That friend who turned cold, they couldn't handle the version of you that was awakening. Those people who disappeared when you needed them most, they were never meant to walk through the storm that was designed to refine you. Every collapse carried a secret favor. It forced you to rebuild stronger, love smarter, and choose peace over attachment. You're not losing people, you're shedding illusions. You're not being punished, you're being protected from energies that would have slowed your rise. Here's the irony they'll never admit. The same people who left thinking you'd fall apart are now watching you thrive, wondering how you did it. They thought they ended your story, but their exit only cleared space for your expansion. That's what happens when a chosen one refuses to break. You turn endings into elevation. So stop chasing what collapsed. Let the ashes stay ashes. What's meant for you will never need saving. And what's leaving you now is just proof that your energy has outgrown its old cage. Keep moving forward. The upgrade is already in motion. Number 5. Don't chase the ones still haunted by you. Let their lessons be their karma. They still dream about you. Even after months, maybe years, their mind can't escape the echo you left behind. You walk through their thoughts like a ghost they can't exorcise. The moments they took for granted now replay in loops at 3 a.m. when silence gets loud enough to make them face what they ran from. You don't need to chase them, chosen one. The universe already assigned them a tutor named Consequence. Every missed call, every ignored message, every lie they told to make themselves feel powerful is now turning into the weight they can't carry. You were their mirror, and mirrors don't follow people. They wait for them to look back, and when they do, they finally see the truth. They lost someone they'll never replace. You were peace in human form, and they mistook it for boredom. You were loyalty in a world addicted to games, and they thought they could play you. They didn't realize they were playing themselves. That's the poetry of balance. Those who betray genuine hearts always end up begging for the same energy they disrespected. So don't go running back to prove your worth. Don't waste your breath trying to remind them who you are. Life already has a way of turning your absence into their awakening. The same people who doubted you are now defending you. The same mouths that spoke against you are now whispering your name with regret. You're not the villain in their story. You're the lesson they needed to grow. Let them learn it the hard way. Stay focused on your rise, because your glow-up is the closure. You were the test, and they failed it. Their karma isn't your concern. Their realization is. Let them chase the ghost while you live like the legend. Number 6. Recognize when your light triggers fear, so you don't internalize their rejection. When your light starts to rise, it doesn't just illuminate your path, it exposes what others have spent years hiding in the dark. Some people don't hate you, they fear what you make them feel. You stir something in them they can't control, a truth they're not ready to face. They look at you and see the reflection of their own potential, their own wasted chances, their own unhealed wounds. So instead of applauding your growth, they retreat, attack, or label you too much. But don't get it twisted. Their rejection isn't proof of your inadequacy. It's a sign that your presence has reached their limit of comfort. You're not the problem, you're the catalyst. You walk into people's lives like a reminder of what alignment looks like. And that kind of energy isn't easy to digest for those who've built their identity around pretending. They can't stand next to authenticity without their masks cracking. So they distance themselves, not because you did something wrong, but because your existence demands honesty. And not everyone is ready for that kind of mirror. Don't shrink. Don't dim. Don't apologize for the way your light exposes fake intentions and fragile egos. The chosen ones were never meant to be universally liked. They were meant to be undeniably real. When they pull away, let them. When they talk, let them. The louder their fear gets, the more confirmation you have that your energy is working exactly as intended. You weren't chosen to blend into the noise. You were chosen to make people confront their silence. Their rejection is not your failure, it's your validation. Remember, this light doesn't ask darkness for permission to shine, it simply does. And every time your glow makes someone uncomfortable, the universe whispers, "Keep going." You're awakening what they tried to bury. Number 7. Stop carrying the weight of others' obsession and reclaim your peace. They called it love, but you felt it as pressure. You could sense the shift, the way their admiration turned heavy, how fascination became fixation. At first, it felt flattering, like you were finally being seen for who you are. But soon, their energy started clinging to you like static. Every message, every stare, every emotional pull began to feel like a chain. Chosen ones, you've got to understand. Some people don't love you, they consume you. They mistake your calm for permission, your empathy for availability, and your light for something they can own. Their obsession isn't about you, it's about the emptiness they feel when you're not around. You became their escape, their medicine, their mirror. They poured their chaos into your peace, thinking you could heal them. And because your energy is rare, it worked for a while. But here's the truth. You were never meant to carry anyone's healing on your back. You can inspire growth, but you can't do their growing for them. Every time you absorb someone's turmoil, you dim the very frequency that makes you powerful. So today, stop apologizing for detaching. Stop explaining why you need distance. Peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. It's how you protect your power from becoming someone else's addiction. When you pull your energy back, the same people who once chased you will realize what they lost. They'll replay your words, scroll your photos, search for your replacement, and fail every time. Because your energy doesn't duplicate, it disappears when misused. Walk away with grace, chosen one. Let the obsessed deal with the silence they created. You owe no one your peace, your time, or your presence. The ones who truly value you will protect your calm, not compete with it. Remember, your energy is addictive, but your peace is priceless. Number 8. Understand every relationship is a spiritual assignment, not a lifetime sentence. Every connection you've ever had wasn't random. It was a calculated moment of alignment designed to pull a version of you forward. Every person you've met, every friend who turned cold, every lover who couldn't stay. Each one was a lesson wrapped in human form. You weren't cursed. You were chosen to evolve faster than most, and that means not everyone can walk with you forever. Some people enter your life to awaken something powerful in you, not to accompany you to the finish line. Think about it. The ones who hurt you didn't destroy you, they activated your self-worth. The ones who ghosted you didn't reject you, they redirected you. Even the ones who loved you but couldn't keep up were part of your expansion. Their chapter in your story might have ended, but their impact pushed you into the next level of yourself. This is the hidden design. Life removes what no longer matches your vibration, no matter how much your heart resists. You have to stop trying to turn temporary lessons into permanent people. Some souls are meant to deliver messages, not promises. They cross your path to help you remember your power, to sharpen your discernment, to teach you the language of boundaries. Once the assignment is complete, holding on becomes self-sabotage. The moment you accept that, you stop grieving endings and start celebrating evolution. You'll realize that losing people isn't punishment, it's spiritual graduation. You're not hard to love. You're just not meant to stay where you've already learned what you needed. The chosen ones are never abandoned, they're repositioned. So when someone leaves, don't chase. Bow in gratitude. Their exit is proof that your growth no longer fits their comfort zone. Let them go and watch how life fills the empty space with something real, something aligned, something ready. Number 9. Treat rejection as divine redirection and break the cycle of self-blame. Rejection hits like a storm at first. It shakes your confidence, makes you question your worth, makes you replay every moment wondering what you could have done differently. But chosen ones, listen carefully. What you call rejection is often the universe rerouting you away from people and places too small for your energy. You weren't dismissed, you were diverted. Every no you faced was protection wearing a disguise. The ones who turned their backs on you weren't denying your value. They were confirming their inability to rise to your level. Think about it. How many times did you cry over something that later revealed itself as a blessing in disguise? The job that slipped away, the person who ghosted you, the opportunity that vanished at the last second, each one cleared the path for something far greater than what you were willing to settle for. You were never being punished, you were being positioned. When doors slam shut, it's not failure, it's filtration. The universe removes what can't survive in your next chapter. Stop blaming yourself for their fear. Your energy is intense, your standards are high, and your presence demands growth. Not everyone is built for that. Some people run because you remind them of what they could be if they stopped playing small. Others reject you because they sense their power shrinking in your light. But you were built to withstand closed doors. Every time someone underestimates you, your destiny recalculates and puts you back on track, stronger, sharper, unstoppable. So the next time someone walks away, don't chase. Thank them. They just confirmed your elevation. Rejection didn't break you, it freed you. Remember this, closed doors don't end chosen ones, they refine them. Every no you hear echoes as a louder, watch me rise. Number 10. Step into your abundance era instead of shrinking for unready people. They didn't reject you because you weren't enough. They stepped back because they weren't built to stand beside abundance in motion. You've spent too long making yourself smaller just to fit inside their comfort zones. You muted your brilliance so they wouldn't feel overshadowed. You softened your power so fragile egos wouldn't break under its weight. But here's the truth they'll never admit. Every time you held back, they mistook your humility for weakness. Every time you settled for less, they assumed you forgot your worth. That season is over. You're walking into an era where your blessings will multiply too loudly for small minds to ignore. The same people who whispered that you were doing too much will be forced to watch you do everything they said you couldn't. Your success will echo in the very spaces where they once doubted you. This is your payback. But it doesn't come through revenge, it comes through elevation. The universe doesn't waste time proving points. It creates undeniable results. Remember this, your light doesn't dim when someone else can't handle the glare. Their discomfort isn't your cue to shrink. It's your confirmation that you've outgrown their frequency. Some people were meant to witness your rise from a distance, not walk with you into it. And that's okay. You owe no one an explanation for evolving. Chosen ones don't chase acceptance. They attract alignment. You're not entering a lucky phase. You're stepping into the reality your higher self has been preparing you for. Abundance isn't coming. It's already here. And the moment you stop apologizing for it, the floodgates open wider. So, let them talk. Let them wonder how you keep winning. Because your glow is the one thing they can't imitate. And that's exactly why it drives them mad. Number 11. Don't reopen doors the universe already locked for your protection. When a door closes on you, chosen one, it's not rejection. It's divine redirection disguised as disappointment. You may not see it in the moment, but every unanswered message, every ghosted connection, every person who walked away without explanation was actually a shield, not a loss. You keep replaying the good memories, wondering if maybe they've changed, if maybe the timing will be different now. But listen carefully. The same energy that once broke you cannot be the energy that builds you. Some people were removed because keeping them close would have delayed your evolution. They were chaos wrapped in charm, distraction disguised as destiny. The reason you still feel that tug to look back is because unfinished energy always echoes. They're talking about you. They're remembering you. They're wondering how you managed to rise without them. But what they don't understand is that you stopped needing closure the moment you realized you were the peace they could never give you. You've outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated uncertainty, begged for clarity, or mistook mixed signals for connection. You're not chasing apologies anymore. You're guarding your elevation. And while they scroll through your life from a distance, convincing themselves they still have access, the truth hits them like gravity. Your chapter with them has expired. When the universe locks a door, it's because what's behind it can no longer survive in your new atmosphere. Go back and you suffocate. Move forward and you breathe freely. So don't knock, don't peek. Don't reopen what was already sealed for your protection. Let their absence echo in the silence they created. You are no longer waiting for anyone to catch up. You are the closure, the lesson, and the evolution they never saw coming. Keep walking. What's meant for you is already waiting ahead. Number 12. Choose yourself relentlessly and watch every false connection fall away. When a door closes on you, chosen one, it's not rejection. It's divine redirection disguised as disappointment. You may not see it in the moment, but every unanswered message, every ghosted connection, every person who walked away without explanation was actually a shield, not a loss. You keep replaying the good memories, wondering if maybe they've changed, if maybe the timing will be different now. But listen carefully. The same energy that once broke you cannot be the energy that builds you. Some people were removed because keeping them close would have delayed your evolution. They were chaos wrapped in charm, distraction disguised as destiny. The reason you still feel that tug to look back is because unfinished energy always echoes. They're talking about you, they're remembering you, they're wondering how you managed to rise without them. But what they don't understand is that you stopped needing closure the moment you realized you were the peace they could never give you. You've outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated uncertainty, begged for clarity, or mistook mixed signals for connection. You're not chasing apologies anymore. You're guarding your elevation. And while they scroll through your life from a distance, convincing themselves they still have access, the truth hits them like gravity. Your chapter with them has expired. When the universe locks a door, it's because what's behind it can no longer survive in your new atmosphere. Go back and you suffocate. Move forward and you breathe freely. So don't knock, don't peek, don't reopen what was already sealed for your protection. Let their absence echo in the silence they created. You are no longer waiting for anyone to catch up. You are the closure, the lesson, and the evolution they never saw coming. Keep walking. What's meant for you is already waiting ahead. When life locks a door, chosen one, it isn't cruelty, it's correction. The same way fire purifies gold, distance purifies your peace. Every call that went unanswered, every friend who drifted, every love that collapsed overnight wasn't sabotage. It was the universe blocking interference before it could corrupt your purpose. You keep wondering if maybe things could be different now, if they've changed, if reopening that door might finally make sense. But truth rarely wears nostalgia's perfume. What broke you once will break you faster the second time. They still whisper your name in conversations they shouldn't be having. They scroll through your pictures pretending they've moved on. They replay what they said, what you said, what they didn't say. But the irony, they had the version of you that was still learning to bend, and they'll never touch the version that learned to stand tall. Closure isn't a conversation. It's the moment you stop explaining your worth to people who already knew it and gambled anyway. And that's where it all circles back, chosen one. Everything that left, everything that ended, was clearing the runway for your rise. You're not chasing closed doors anymore. You're building new gates they'll wish they had the key to. Remember this moment the next time you feel the past pulling. You're not being tested, you're being elevated. If this message hits your spirit, don't just scroll past it. Like this video, subscribe to join the circle of chosen ones. Drop 99 in the comments to lock in this frequency and share it with someone who needs to remember their power. Your rise has only just begun.